Hello friends and welcome to the Figure Central. Today's episode we're going to be looking at this 1/12 scale action figure by Snail Shell. This is Eileen Loungewear. This is their second version of this character to my right over here. This is their first release where she's wearing the bunny outfit. So very excited to share this with you today. Also want to say a big shout out to Bumbus Bee for sending this my way for me to review it. And just like all the other reviews that I made for them, this is going to be my personal honest review. There's no expectation whether this needs to lean negative or positive. These are all my personal opinions. With all that said and done, let's get to it. All right, so what do we have here? We have their usual card, instructions, and the figure, of course. Lots and lots of accessories. All right, so we will start with the accessories and then move on from there. Okay, so she comes with a total of 5 pairs of hands. 2 of them are already in the figure itself. So these are 4 of those pairs. I like how they lined this up in this little case here. So those are the hands. Okay, so we get some additional feet. We get some bunny ears. A bra. Key for the eyes. And your typical plastic clear stand for the figure. And you get some additional joints in case you break one of them. These are the glasses. And you kind of pop those off. Here's the extra face that it comes with. The eyes. I am curious to see how much different her face is in comparison to the old one, so let's go ahead and compare it. All right, so now looking at them side by side, there's a little bit of a variance in the color, but it's not too much. They're pretty much the same, and as far as the connections go, yeah, they're identical, so you'll be able to put this on your other figure as well, like so. There you go. Pops right in. Same compatibility. Let's go ahead and look at the figure itself now. So this is the figure. Really like the hair. They did such a good job with this. Some plastic there. And wearing the big baggy shirt. Hips. Yep. Oh, so I was trying to avoid to have a piece of plastic stay there. All right. Got it out of there. Okay, good. All right, well, let's check the articulation. So this is the neck movement. The neck is not separated from the torso. So the only movement you're gonna get is gonna be at the top part where it's connected to the head. And it's fine, it's not bad. Let's look at the shoulders there. So there's the sideways movement. This is the elbow, double jointed. And then if you move forward and then up, her arm goes higher. And then the typical ball joint. hand. And the stiffness feels right where it needs to be. All right, let's look at the hips and the legs here. So she can do a split. It's forward, backwards, and like all the other ones, this turns full 360. This is the knee. So the thigh and the calf touch, double jointed of course, and then here is the ankle. All right, let's look at the ab crunch. So the ab crunch, oh, there's more plastic there. So just like the previous Eileen figure, as you can see here, just the upper chest part, they put a ball joint there. So it has movement, but obviously you're not gonna get that full ab crunch. It's gonna be limited to what this gives you up here, so. Okay, now we'll demonstrate how it is that you install the top onto Eileen. So you first have to separate the torso, like so. Pops right out. The instructions said to remove both of the arms, but I'm only going to remove one. And when you remove it, be careful because there's a little ring. You see that? It just kind of pops off. Just be careful because you don't want to lose that. So the way that I install it is I just grab it from the left side, go through the arm first, all the way up to the shoulder. From there, you move on to the right side of the figure, and then just do the same thing. Just bring it over the shoulders, and then after that, just pop in the other arm onto the shoulder. Lastly, just pop in the torso back in place, and the figure is ready to go. Let's do our test to see if the figure can stand on its own. And the answer is yes. Okay, let's go ahead and do a face swap. Both the face and the hair popped off. Okay. And let's go ahead and pop right in, no issues. And up here there's seems to be a magnet. That's probably going to be for the little, oh yeah, look. All right. Okay, so that's the face. Here and there, and yeah, you can feel the magnet. It's just clicks in there. So that had no issues. Let's go ahead and look at the hands. And as far as the hands go, the plastic that they used on these looks to be like all the other ones. It's right in the middle. It's not super soft. It's right in the middle. It's not super soft and not super stiff. So let's see here. It's not popping off, so I won't need to use the heat gun. Pop right out, no issues. Okay. But yes, like I said, you will need to heat it up, because it will not pop in on its own. It will break the joint. Let's check out the feet now. Let's try the other foot here. Kinda is going in there, but not all the way, so I am gonna use the heat gun on this as well. Okay, and that made it easier. So yes, warming up those joints is going to be key to getting this to connect properly and for you not to damage it. And I will show you guys also the process of using the extra glasses. So what you want to do is you actually want to cut the very edge here, you know, whatever glass you want to choose. So I'm going to go with the top one here. Okay, so I finally put the glasses on, but man, that was a pain. But if you notice here, I mean, they're not even the right size. Like, it's covering part of her eye. And so if I move it to the right, then the other side now gets covered. And I had to put it on the face and then put the hair on top of the face. And then that kind of bent it into place. You see how they're kind of almost like goggles. They're not really glasses the way that they're now. It's stuck to the face. So this is a miss on my opinion. It's interesting because this was part of the promo photos that they had on the box and on some of the online stuff is she's wearing the glasses. But now that we have the glasses here, they don't quite fit her face. And I picked the ones that are the biggest ones out of the three. The other two, like, see, that's smaller, and then the other one is kind of like the under reading glasses. So that's a bit of a disappointment. So, all right, so that's the glasses. All right, let's do a quick size comparison. Here she is next to a McFarlane action figure, next to a NECA action figure, next to a Figuarts action figure, next to a Marvel Legends action figure, and next to the original Eileen action figure, which, since she has high heels, she's going to be a little bit taller, you can see here. Okay, friends, so what are my final thoughts? Overall, I'm very happy with the action figure that they brought us. Snail Shell did a good job here. The articulation is right where it needs to be. The accessories, the design, the sculpt, the paint, all that stuff, right where it needs to be. So I have no issues there. The only biggest problem that I saw was the glasses. If they would have put like little holes on the side of the head or grooves on the side of the head, that would have been great so that the glasses would fit in, and also that they would have made the glasses actually be the size of the character's eyes. That is the biggest miss that I see from this release. It's not a deal breaker for me. It might be for you, but that is something to keep in mind, that doesn't quite fit. So that was a little frustrating trying to get them to kind of stay on the figure. Outside of that, another thing that I will point out is that I will love to see Snail Shell move towards trying to compete with what's already out there. And so on the articulation side, separating the neck from the torso and separating the waist from the hips, that would really, really add value to their figures and give us a different level of articulation that currently I'm not seeing with Snail Shell, especially with competition out there is getting fierce. So that would be a great way for them to kind of stay on it. Lastly, and I mentioned this before, if they could make the plastic material for the hands and feet similar to what the Hasuki line does, to where you're not needing to use a heat gun every single time you're trying to replace those, that would be phenomenal. So I hope that Snail Shell sees this and they take notes. Outside of all those things, I think this is a great figure, especially if you already have Eileen, the bunny version. This is a great addition to that collection. So I am happy that they released and they brought this out for us. I will put a link on the description below and at the end of the video if you want to pick this up from bumbusbee.net. That's a way that you can support my channel, so that would be appreciated. But outside of that, friends, thank you again so much for watching this. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care of yourselves out there, and bye-bye.